All right, everybody. This concludes my Masters Nationals. I'm currently at airport about to fly back to Austin, Texas. Um, my last day of racing was yesterday, Saturday, and it went well. I raced against some really fast guys. I got third again. These guys have been running for like 10 years. One of them was an Olympian. The other one, I think, was in college. May have been on the national team at one point. I don't know, but I'm supposed to lose those guys after only running for 2.5 years. So I'm in a good place. I'm happy my heart feels actually full this weekend after what happened. I'm like okay right now, guys. So I'm happy. But yeah, I'll probably split this episode up into multiple segments because I'm gonna put like racing footage and all that kind of stuff in, and it's gonna be long. So yeah, look forward to this. Will be the start of part 2 video of Masters Nationals, and everything else will be like part 1. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy these clips, and I think I'm gonna title this endeavor the Tournament of Power. Yeah, guys. Stay tuned.
Today I got to throw a mixed double with my client, Eileen. She's beast. Like, I'm so proud of her. She did so well. We crushed our heat in the mixed double. Easy. It was smooth. The most disrespectful start I've ever done in my entire life with her in the boat. It was smooth, butter, flying. And then what happened after that? We flew. I think we won our heat by like 2 seconds. Easy. I was like, I didn't even have to work. I was like, shh, but say it louder so they can hear you. So that was cool. But our finals where things got stupid. We were in there and like there was like the referees and the volunteers or some like a lot of stress going on, a lot of antiness. We were lined up, and then the person we were trying, it was windy, wavy, and so like we couldn't keep our boat straight. The volunteer holding our boat like let go, and so we were like drifting off. So we had to back, which is when you move your boat in the way you're facing, which you normally don't do. You normally, if you're facing this way, the boat's going that way, so we have to move this way. Back the volunteer. She did what's called a reverse backing, so she take her oars, which are normally face this way, she flipped them upside down, which allows for better and easier backing to push forward. She just done that to get us lined up, and you don't get a ready, set, go and rowing. You get tension, row. So there was tension, row. Her oar was still upside down in the start. So we're already starting from behind. Our first 100 meters, we averaged out at a 2:15, which is super high. And then about 200 meters, we averaged out at like a 1:40 or something like that. So yeah, we dropped like 25 or 35 seconds. I don't know. I don't do the math right now. Let's do the math. 15 plus 20, 35 seconds is a split that we dropped because we were getting after it. And we were moving. Like, I was so proud of her. Like, I was like, boom, send. We're going. We couldn't catch for a second. Like I said, we just had the worst start, and we were kind of discombobulated, not mentally where we should have been because we didn't have the smooth start we wanted, and things kind of messed up, and it was hard to get it back. But we did. We were working on it. We were getting it back the best way we could. And then we got to we're getting to the point where we're a sprint. We're like halfway through the race. I was like, Eileen, I'm calling the sprint early. She's like, call it. I was like, let's go. Boom. So we're called the sprint early. I'm sending everything I had because my goal is to get Eileen the medal because she's amazing. She's been nothing but like an excellent mixed doubles partner and an excellent client. Just seeing progress. So I just want to see her win and to get her a medal. She deserves one. So we're doing it. We're going full send, and we're inching up, and then like if there was 10 more meters, like we would have gotten a medal, but there was not. We lost by like a second and a half or something like that, something painful. But it was definitely like a full send. We almost made it, and like the commentator was like, "Oh, Texas is coming. They're gonna get tired. They're not getting tired. Oh wow!" So it was like funny to hear the announcers like talk about us. But yeah, we wanted it bad, didn't get it. She was like, "John, I take full responsibility for that. I couldn't keep playing. I'm an inexperienced pilot." I was like, "I take full responsibility for that. I'm supposed to be your engine. You weren't supposed to work at all." So we owe each other medals going forward. So we're really excited to race again at some point in the future.
Cincinnati, lane 6.
Okay, they're lining up. Doubles are in place, ready to start the first heat of the mixed C doubles. Swindenecht and Aust from Hampton Roads in that first lane. Valencia and Montiel from Lincoln Park in lane 3. Brown and Lydecker from Texas in lane 4. In lane 5, Fuller, Knight, and Henry from Texas, and Springbob and Pack from Cincinnati in lane 6 there on the outside in that dark black shell. Flag is up and down, and they're off. The mixed C double heat number 1. That's Sarasota, that Texas boat in the center in the yellow shell just exploded off the dock.
That was a rocket out of the starting blocks there for them. Definitely the highest rate on the course at the moment, but the Cincinnati crew over in lane 6 definitely keeping contact, maybe only a foot or two behind off of these first 20 strokes.
Cincinnati holding in second right now with the Hampton Roads boat fighting for third. That boat, Brown and Lydecker from Texas, just rocketing off the start. They want to establish themselves in the race right away.
Yeah, they've taken, definitely they've got their starting 5 was very clean and fast. Their high 20 or so was incredibly fast. And I don't know if they've come down.
They seem pretty determined.
They definitely do. They now have open water over Cincinnati in lane 6. And then we've got a pretty good race unfolding between Lincoln Park in lane 3 and the Hampton Roads Composite in lane 2. Lincoln Park probably about half a boat ahead of the Hampton Roads Composite boat. Then we also have that boat, the other Texas boat in lane 5, probably about neck and neck with Hampton Roads Limited Composite.
The Lincoln Park boat looks fairly determined, too. They are really laying into it, trying to catch up with Texas and Cincinnati, and trying to pull away from Hampton Roads.
Yeah, so they definitely are aiming to have those top 3 spots in order to progress into their final this afternoon. So they are all racing to try to figure out, we don't want just a nice, easy time here. It's going to be a bit of a fight for third. So that fight that's happening for third is really pushing the field.
So when you are an early race like this and know that you'll have some time before your final, do you approach the race differently, Grace?
I think it depends on the race. Yep. So if you don't, especially if you're not familiar with your competition, definitely something to just go out and test your speed. You'll have enough time to recover between your morning racing, your afternoon. It'll be a little bit more of a maybe different decision for athletes who are doubling or tripling up within today's racing, but. Again, you never know. I mean, the only crews who maybe know a lot about each other would be these 2 Texas crews if they're hometown rivals.
Mm-hmm. Cincinnati making up some ground there on the boat from Texas that shot out of the start gate. Cincinnati looks like they're trying to pull aside even with Texas as they begin the last 250 of the race, the last quarter of the race. Cincinnati beginning to pour it on and catch up with Texas. They may have used one too many cans of rocket fuel coming off that starting dock, but Cincinnati has caught up, and they are making their way and giving a challenge to the Texas boat in the center. Texas, no doubt, keeping an eye on them. Just saw them glance to the side just to see where Cincinnati might be, and I just saw Cincinnati return that glance as well. So we'll see how
back and forth,
how they do in this final 100 meters of the race.
Definitely a good kick up in the gears here out of that Texas crew. They just took a little bit of a bump, and that speed change has definitely paid off. It looks as if they are on the move. They're definitely coming into the finish line early, probably now opening it up to about half a boat. So it is Texas out of lane 4 in first place. Then we have Cincinnati in second by about a boat length. And now we've got a couple of seconds here between that second and third place crews. We next have the Lincoln Park crew.
All right, guys. You just saw me race the mixed doubles partner in the heat. I'm not going to put the final in here just because I'm really still annoyed and still hurting a little bit about what happened in the final. But what I will do is I will put in my last video of my singles race on my last day, which went, I'll say, fairly well. Still got third, so still good. Just rode the fastest I've ever rode. Definitely got a PR, but still was not fast enough to hang with the top dog. It was kind of like a tiered system where the guys competing for first and second were way ahead. And then you had me in third,
and then you had fourth, fifth, and everyone else like kind of competing for the rest of the places. So the goal is for me to get strong enough to compete for first next time. I want to give those guys a run for the money because I couldn't push them this time, but next time for sure. But yeah, guys, this whole Masters Nats experience was epic. I'm excited to do it again next year. I might even go to Summer Nats, or I think the events next year's gonna be like combined together. So it'll be like a good experience to have, and maybe I'll get to like multiple events with multiple people. Who knows what will happen? I don't know, but I am very fortunate and glad for the opportunity experience that I had. Coming up next, you're going to get a video of me competing in the singles race. And then I'm going to put a bunch of photos and pictures and a meme that my coach made of the last race because he left me hanging as far as watching me row. He was like, you'll just see the meme and I'll talk about it probably over it. But after Master Nats and after the event, after everything happened, like I got to go hang out to Dave Bobby and a couple of the women that I coach and then also row. We got to hang out. We got to go to like a fancy kind of like dinner thing out by the water. It was beautiful. Took a picture of a sunset. I'm not a photographer, but I was like, oh, I'm so moved right now because I'm so emotional and stuff that I just took a photo. I'll probably put that in here too. But yeah, so look forward to after my singles race and seeing how I did. Look forward to some photos of me with my medals, me with my friends, and the meme that my coach made about it. But yeah, guys, look forward to that coming up. And after that, this will be the conclusion Tournament Power. This video will probably be longer than some of the previous videos, but only because I need to move on to other stuff. So I don't want to make like a third Tournament Power video and split up into threes where you guys are like, well, when is John going to show off the new stuff? Like the anime convention you went to last weekend. So yeah. So this video will be maybe a little longer than usual. My apologies, but look forward to learning more, seeing more, and see you guys very soon.
Right after this, as these 8 boats line up and go for the gold here at the 2023 U.S. Rowing Masters National Championships. It looked like a jump there from James Barr and Tom Pezic. Almost looked like they get off before everybody else even knew the race was started, but they are off and running here in this men's open AA singles.
Yeah, I'd like...
And Pezic, quite a jump there from James Barr over Tom Pezic.
Yeah, just like racehorses biting at the bit here. Tom Pezic put down an impressive time in the heats. I believe he was about 18 seconds faster than the next fastest crew out of that heat. So James Barr knows that he's got to put in everything if he wants to keep up with Tom Pezic of San Diego. Tom Pezic racing up in this age. He's a B age range, racing up in this AA. Definitely fine form here. A little bit of open water there on James Barr. James Barr trying to hold on.
The 3 MPOCers out front. John Brown from Texas right there in third. Meanwhile, Kareem Abdallah from Cincinnati dueling it out with Nicholas Meyer from Southern Maryland Association for that 4th spot right now. And sticking close by, Christian Martin from Lake Washington in that green shell. But out front and fast, the old guy showing the youngins how it's done. Tom Pezic out in front trying to get open water. James Barr trying to catch up and keep up. And John Brown from Texas doing about the same as this race moves forward. Very fast qualifying this morning. And some of those skulls really flying down the course.
Absolutely. And so we are looking at Tom Pezic over there in one of those yellow-shelled MPOCers. We also have James Barr up there in front. We can see a little bit of the Lone Star of John Brown out of Texas on the right-hand side of our screen. And just out of view, just in the view, we can see Lake Washington over the far right-hand side.
It looks like James Barr has walked up and is pulling more level with Tom Pezic. But we did see both of these rowers pour it on big time at the end, so this will be quite a race. And as Grace mentioned, Tom Pezic, rowing down, you can row down, you can't row up. So if you're older, you can run a race among the youngers and give them a lesson in how to do it right. Or, you can at least try to give yourself that challenge.
Absolutely, and so we do have Tom Pezic in that sort of position. We also have another B-level Masters here with Abdallah over in lane 1, racing up in this men's open AA single.
The race for third is heating up too. It looks like Tristan Height from Cincinnati Rowing, Nicholas Meyer from Southern Maryland, and John Brown from Texas are the three. John Brown, I think, has the advantage right now, but I'm going to have to stand up to watch this finish between James Barr and Tom Pezic. James Barr has gone ahead now of Tom Pezic, and they're in about 60 meters to go to the finish line, looking to win the men's open AA single final. There goes Tom Pezic trying to catch up with James Barr. It's actually Tom Pezic went by James Barr and actually surpassed him right in that final portion and did teach the young ones what's going on. John Brown stroking across the line to get the bronze. Nice row for John. And here comes Nicholas Meyer from Southern Maryland and Tristan Height from the Cincinnati Rowing Club right behind him. On the inside, Kareem Abdallah from Cincinnati.
Hey guys, so these are just a couple photos that I took over the course of the trip. This is me trying to cut holes in my shoes in order to tie zip ties through so I'm allowed to actually race this weekend. I had no zip ties on my shoes, and that's illegal. Here's just me piecing together my boat, getting ready to go out and try to crush it and bring honor to my household. Ooh, this is a secret handshake me and my coach developed. This was good stuff. Boom, this is that pep talk that happened right before we went out and did some damage. It was good stuff. I'm glad my coach was there to support me. And you're going to laugh at the meme he made. So this meme, he roasted me. I was like, Coach, how'd I do at the sprint? And he goes, yo, to be honest, I was not looking. I was watching first and second battle it out. I was like, oh, thanks, fam. Thanks for abandoning me in my time of need. This is me posing with my medals, post as well as my coupling times. And yeah, solid work here. Happy with my performance. Photo with me and some of the homies from Texas Rowing Center. Just excited and happy to have done how we did and race how we did. None of us raced all together though. Ooh, and this was our last day there. We got to go to this cool club boathouse, look out at the sunset. It was perfect and my heart was full. It was a good trip, guys. I'm happy.